Next one is وأما
الياء.
right. وأما
الياء
الياء
فتكون
فتكون
علامة
علامة
للنصب في التثنية
في التثنية في
تثنية
التثنية
والجمع
والجمع وأما الياء فتكون علامة للنصب. So as for al-ya'u, then it will be an indicator للنصب for the mansubun state في التثنية تثنية والجمع. And التثنية means
the ya of calling.
No, ya Muhammad. The dual. المثنى في التثنية meaning in duality. والجمع, right, and that which is plural, right? So al-ya'u is the indicator for being mansubun in at-tathniyati. So how do we say a book? Nice and simple. What did he say, Muhammad? Kitabun. How do we say two books? Kitabani. We've already done all of this, right? That's al-mufradu, that's al-muthanna. What state is kitabani in ya animal haq?
Mansub.
Not mansubun ya shabazu.
I was going to say mansub because of the alif.
It's marfoon.
Yeah, but it can't be because of the alif, because we've already said وأما الياء.
The dual.
أما الياء, we mentioned it here. As for al-ya'u, then that's the alamatan li-nasbi.
It would be kitabaini then, if it was mansubun.
What, first of all, so what state is kitabani in?
Marfu.
Marfu'un. Isn't it?
Yeah.
وَعَلَامَةُ رَفْعِهِ
Alif.
al-alifu. We know this.
Yeah, sorry.
Right? Therefore, if we now want to say, I read two books, what do we say? How do we say I read?
Qaraitu.
Not qaraitu.
Qara'a is
No.
Qara'a is he read, therefore it is
Qara'tu.
qara'tu. Qara'tu. Qara'tu. I read. qara'tu. فعل ماض مبني على السكون لاتصاله بالتاء الفاعل والتاء ضمير متصل مبني على الضم في محل رفع فاعل. Right? قرأت, I read. What's kitabani here?
مفعول به.
If it's maf'ulun bihi,
it's not.
if it's maf'ulun bihi, what's the indicator for it being mansubun?
It's not.
Because it's not, is it? Ya shabazu al-ya'u. We have to change it. So it becomes, but note, many people become confused with this. Between al-muthanna and al-jam, they become confused. So remember that there is a fatha upon the letter before the ya. Whereas in al-jam, there won't be al-fathatu, there'll be a kasrah. Right? Remember that. And I'll give you a clearer example in a moment. Right. Kitab, so what does it become? Kitabaini. Doesn't it? كتابين. Right? So now كتابين is مفعول به. So مفعول به. وعلامة نصبه الياء. Right? It is الياء. And الياء is what?
It's a replacement for a fatha.
Right, it's deputizing, doesn't it? Right? تنوب عن الفتحة. That's what it's doing, isn't it? قرأت كتابين. Now, as we said, some people become confused with this. Why? Now, that is في التثنية. في الجمع. When the author rahimahullah mentioned al-Jam'i, what's he talking about?
Plural, right?
Plural.
The plural. But which plural?
The broken plural.
The broken plural. Is it the broken plural?
No, it's not mentioned Salim, so it must be the broken one.
Well,
Shabazz looks confident
I think
now that it's the broken plural. So okay, if it's the broken plural, what's the plural of kitabun? Kutubun. Kutubun. Is
that's broken, yes.
is that as-Salim or is it a taqsir?
Taksir, because we broke it.
It's a taqsir, right. And we're saying that وأما الياء فتكون علامة للنصب is indicated for النصب in the dual and al-jam, the plural. So if it's the indicator for nasb and we want to say I read books. I read books. I read is qara'tu. So according to what you said here, Shabazu, al-ya'u, right. So how do we add al-ya'u here to kutubun to make it mansubun?
Don't we just add two fathahs at the end?
We add two. Can you see, Ya Shabazz?
Yeah.
Why what you said isn't correct?
Right.
Can you see? Because actually, that's how we say qara'tu kutuban. Right? We don't use the ya, do we? We don't add a ya anywhere.
Yeah.
So if we do, if it's not, if al-jamu here isn't referring to a taksir, what must it be referring to? As-Salim. As-Salim. So a single Muslim is
Muslimun.
Muslimun. See? Nice and simple. Muslimun. Okay? If we want to say I saw a Muslim, how do we say it?
رأيت.
رأيت. رأيت مسلما. Becomes musliman, doesn't it? Right? Musliman. رأيت musliman. Now, I want to say I saw two Muslims.
Just add the alif and nun.
رأيت
Muslimaini.
Shabazz?
Muslimani.
No, but you're just saying it now because they are, right? Muslimaini. Right? Because وأما الياء
Yeah, to make it.
فتكون علامة للنصب في التثنية. Isn't that في التثنية, the dual? Muslimaini, two Muslims. Right? Now we want to say I saw Muslims plural. How do we say it?
Muslimun.
رأيت مسلي. Right. What's the rest? What's the plural of Muslimun?
It's a marfoon state, Muslimun.
In the marfu'un state it's going to be Muslimuna. What is it going to be in The other state, the state of mansubun that we're talking about.
Do you erase the noon?
No? The clue to the answer is in the statement. للنصب في التثنية والجمع الياء. If al-ya'u is the indicator, if it being mansubun in al-jam'i, what goes next?
Muslimina.
Right. muslimina. رأيت مسلمين. That is the mansubun and the majrurun state.
They're both.
Right, Shabazz? You look confused in it.
No, it's fine.
Right?
It's only because in the previous sentence the author qualified that it's a Salim
Yeah,
Jami.
that's right. Here he didn't. But we know that he's talking about al-mudhakkar, the male, as opposed to al-mu'annath, the female. Because that's how it is. Now remember what I said. This is where people get confused. If we remove al-harakat, because of course they're not usually on, are they? This one says رأيت مسلمين, and this one says رأيت مسلمين. Can you see?
And they mean two completely.
One means I saw the two Muslims, and the other means I saw the plural Muslims, 3 or more. How do we know which one is which?
Don't actually.
Context.
Yeah, the context, but it's important. Remember, I said that the way that you differentiate it in speech or in writing is what? With what?
It was the indicator before it.
What did I say? Before al-ya'u
If it's
on the letter?
If it's above, it's dual. The mean. So if it's maini, it is dual. And if it's below,
Right. So if it's dual, there's al-fathatu here. And if it's plural, there is al-kasratu.
would that be in the?
Yeah, but we're discussing something where there is no harka.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
But in terms of if you want to convey that meaning, so if I ask you to say I saw two Muslims, you know it's going to be رأيت مسلمين. There's going to be al-fathatu. And if I say that I saw Muslims plural, then it's going to be رأيت مسلمين. Right? They look the same without al-harakat. But clearly there's a difference depending upon whether al-fatha there or al-kasratu. Right? And we've already mentioned this, that in the marfu'un state it's going to be, as Muhammad said correctly, muslimuna. Right? Because it can only be one or the other. Right? For the sound male and female, it's only two, isn't it? Muslimatun, muslimatin. Muslimuna, muslimina. There's no middle one. So it's either going to be muslimuna or muslimina. Right, Ya Anamul Haq?
How would it look if it was like two female Muslims or plural female Muslims? Would there just be a ta after the mean?
Sorry, if it was
basically talking about females, so
then it would be ra'aytu muslimatin. That one would be sorry, dual.
yeah, dual.
Right, muslimataini. So it would be muslimataini.
Okay, and the other one is
Muslima. Muslimatin. Muslimatin. Plural.
Okay.
Right?
So
You
this
follow
is
what
just
Muhammad asked?
So is this just talking for the male?
Yeah, that's talking about the dual.
Dual.
But here, of course, the dual is applicable to female
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
But the plural is just.
But the plural is only for male. Right? Shahaz?
نعم.
Just try and remember an example that you know is correct and apply it to all the others. Okay? So we have رأيت مسلمين. I saw the two Muslims. Because that al-Fatha there before al-Ya indicates that it's called, well, it's not the indicator, but that's how you would pronounce it and write it. The indicator, of course, is al-Ya. But here the indicator is al-Ya too, because it's al-Jam'u. But there's al-Kasrah on the Meme, or the letter before al-Ya, which is the correct method of pronouncing it to express the plural. Right? Muhammad? And that's the example in the female, muslimataini. And it's same for, you know, objects, siyarataini. Right? And muslimatin, here it's completely different. Right?
Yeah, so it's not part of this.
No, I'm only mentioning it because Muhammad asked.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you add things like that, it can become a bit confusing. Is that clear?
Male plural, yeah.
Right? That is both male and female.
Yeah.
فتثنية, and that is for جمع المذكر السالم. Or أشبه, yeah. Right? The next one is
وأما
وأما
حزنني
وأما حذف
نوني
النون
فيكون فيكون
فيكون علامة
للنصب
للنصب
في الأفعال
للنصب
في الأفعال
في الأفعال
أفعال الخمسة
في الأفعال الأفعال
خمسة
الخمسة التي
رفعها
التي رفعها
بثبات نون
رفعها
ثبات النون
بثبات
النون
النون.
There's no shutdown on the التي.
I know, but there is.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say it's not as neat as it usually is, Ya Muhammad. بثبات النون. Right? وأما حذف النون. As for erasing the noon, which is the fifth and the final indicator of the mansuban state, فيكون علامة للنصب, it will be an indicator for the mansuban state في الأفعال الخمسة, in أفعال الخمسة التي, which, التي رفعها, it's رفعها. What does that mean? التي رفعها, التي رفعها. What does it mean?
It's a marfu state.
Right. التي رفعها, its مرفوع state is what? بثبات النون. بثبات النون.
Establishment of the noon.
With affirming the noon. Right? So if حذف النون فيكون علامة للنصب في الأفعال الخمسة and the 5 verbs, if removing the noon is the indicator of its مرفوع state, the منصوب state, then what must it mean? The ثبات النون is the indicator of it being مرفوع.
Attaching the noun.
Yes. Right? So, therefore, how do we say, to illustrate the point, even though we've already discussed this before, and we should be familiar with it, I told you that this portion will be nice and easy, right? How do we say, he is writing?
Yakt.
يكتب. يكتب. He is writing. Yes.
Confused.
What?
I thought it was going to be longer than that for some reason.
What? He is writing.
Yeah.
Why would it be longer than yaktubu? He is writing.
But in English, quite long. That's
Right. Yaktubu, he is writing or he writes. Al-mudari, present.
present. Yeah.
How do we therefore negate that? How do we make it in the mansubun state, yaktubu, by negating it with
Or lan.
lan.
For future, yeah.
Lan. Lan.
Lan, yeah.
So yaktubu becomes yaktuba, doesn't it? With al-fatha. We know this because it's singular. And it becomes yaktuba. Is yaktubu min al-af'ali al-khamsati? Is yaktubu from al-af'al al-khamsati?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Muhammad, if you're going to, is it Ya Shabazu?
No.
Animal haq. No, Shabaz, what do you think? Is yaktubu min from the 5 af'al, verbs?
No.
Conjugations rather. It's more correct to say conjugations here because we're not talking about 5 different meanings. We're talking about 5 different conjugations. Right? Is it?
No.
Why? How do we know? For absolute certainty it's not.
Because else we'd have a noon somewhere.
Right, because there'd be a noon somewhere, wouldn't there, Muhammad? Because the whole purpose of this is to say, if you remove the noon, it's a mansubun. If you affirm it, it's marfu'un, but there's no noon, so it can't be that. So something has to be attached to the end. Right, let's do it in sequence. What are we going to attach to the end of? Yaktubu, to make manifest this example. In sequence. What are we going to attach to it?
Yaktubuna.
What?
Yaktubuna.
Let's think about it in so we start off with al-mufrad, the singular. What comes after that? The dual. The dual.
Yeah.
So what's the dual of yaktubu?
Yaktubain.
Yaktub. Ban.
Right. Yaktubani. 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 So therefore, yaktubani, he right? Male, they two male.
Right.
Okay, with this, we also have taktubani. What does that mean?
She. Two.
They two female, and also you two.
You do, yeah.
Right? So, these are 2 out of the 5. Right? We want, what state is yaktubani and taktubani in?
منصوب.
مرفوع.
Ya Shabazz.
حذف النون. Oh, sorry. إثبات النون is a رفع.
التي رفعها بثبات النون.
That's marfu'un, yeah.
So it's marfu'un, isn't it? Because we're affirming the noon. So yaktubani and taktubani is in the marfu'un state. Now, if we negate it with lan, how do we represent the mansubun state?
حذف النون.
Also,
حذف النون. So it becomes لن يكتبا. Right, ya Muhammad. لن يكتبا becomes منصوب because وأما حذف النون فيكون علامة للنصب في الأفعال الخمسة. Right? So we have 2 here. That's al-muthanna, the dual. What comes next?
Plural.
The plural.
plural.
So what's the plural of yaktubu?
يكتبون.
Right. Yaktubuna. And you, plural male.
Taktubun.
Taktubuna. Yaktubuna and taktubuna. Right? What state is yaktubuna and taktubuna in?
مرفوع.
How do we know it's marfu'un?
إثبات.
إثبات النون. Right? Right? يكتبون and تكتبون. So, how do we render it in the mansuban state? By adding lan.
حذف النون.
Then you raise the noon and add alif.
We raise the noon, don't we? Because that's what it says. وأما حذف النون. Right? So we therefore remove the noon here and here, and we add
Alif.
al-alif. How many is that? Now, how many conjugations do we have?
4.
4. So which one therefore remains?
The female. Plural.
The female plural.
Or female.
Is it a we?
Not the we. It's this female,
Is
that which is connected to.
tak.
How do you say you, single female, are writing?
Taktubina.
Right. Tak to be na. What state is taktubina in? Marfu'un. How do we know it's marfu'un?
إثبات النون.
إثبات النون. Because taktubina is min al-Af'ali al-Khamsati. It's the 5th one, the 5th conjugation. Right? And that is in the marfu'un state بثبات النون, with the affirmation of a noon. Hasanan? So therefore, how do we make it mansubun?
حذف النون.
حذف النون. حذف النون. So we add a lan, and it becomes lan taktu.
B.
لن تكتبي. لن تكتبي. We should have mentioned that all of these, what do they mean? What's the meaning?
They're not writing. Oh wait.
لن يكتب means
He isn't right.
He is
You will not write.
he dual, they dual will not write. لن يكتب means لن يكتب,
they will not write.
they plural male will not write, and لن تكتبي means
You single female.
you single female will not write. And that is the issue regarding al-Afalu al-Khamsati, the
What's the-
5 verbs.
In all the other sentences, it's always said fatakunu. What's the significance of it saying fayakunu?
Because it's referring to hadf here. And hadf, right, is a male term. So hadf here, you know, in all the others it's been al-alifu,
Al-ya'u.
al-ya'u. That letter, al-ya'u and al-halif, is female.
Right.
So therefore it's takunu. She will be. Now we're talking about hadf, therefore it's he will be. Right? Just want to check one thing. Right. So any questions? Yeah, Muhammad. You look confused.
Just trying to sink it all in.
No, but remember, we've already done this. Right? Now we're just revising, grouping together, making these connections between related types of words that convey this meaning here, or represent this example. حذف النون ثبات النون. Where is it present? In أفعال الخمسة. Right? So we shall conclude. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.